Well. Here we are, 1 second. Just get my notes together. Hope all is doing well. 9/6/22. It's Tuesday. Look alive. It's 413 Sportstalk 435. Good day, Western Massachusetts. Hope you're all doing well and staying dry. Last 2 days have been kind of rainy. It's not raining right now though, so that could be a good sign going forward. I got scores. I got Rookie Conversation finale, and episode 435 starts now. We are talking about a Monday night NCAA football game on Labor Day, 9/5/22. Number 4 Clemson over Georgia Tech, 41-10. My guy DJ Uigalele, if I'm not saying that, I hope I'm not. He was 19-32, 210 yards and a touchdown. He ran it 13 times for 19 yards and a touchdown. Not really a game in which, not really a game to write home about. Excuse me, but Clemson is number 4. They've got talent on talent, especially on the defensive side of the ball. So it's no surprise that they won, and I think that DJ will play better as the year goes on. But this is definitely probably one of his games that he might want a lot of those incomplete passes back. And that kind of stuff like that gets repaired when your rapport grows with the wideouts. So not anything I'd be afraid of. When I did break down the NCAA passers, I did these 2 quarterbacks here. Now Jeff Sims, he sucked, and so did pretty much all of Georgia Tech. Jeff went 23-36 for 164 yards, a tud and a pick, and ran it 13 times for 41 yards. I don't know much about the Georgia Tech team. I know that their strong part is their offensive line, so one would think that their blocking will get better. Something will happen. It's a good football program. Not the best, but they have been maybe just under the consistency that you think that they should be, that one would think that they should be anyway. But that's what Jeff Sims did. Clemson beats Georgia Tech 41-10 final. Now we're talking WNBA playoffs. Tonight is a good one to the Chicago Sky at the CT Sun, and that tips off at 8 p.m. And at 10 p.m. we have Las Vegas Aces at Seattle Storm. This is potentially the last game that a lot of us might be able to see the legendary point guard Sue Bird play. Honestly, Sue Bird is the WNBA's GOAT. Hands down, I don't think there's another argument there. And if this is her last one, then I'm trying not to get emotional, because she's I really do believe she's a GOAT, and I enjoyed her entire career. But yeah, we got that at 10 o'clock. I think the Las Vegas Aces are going to win, but you can't help but, pull for her. Sue Bird is the greatest of all time. And potentially her last game will be tonight at 10 p.m. So, now we will move on to some Major League Baseball scores. Excuse me. Starting with the Mets and Pittsburgh, game was postponed. I got the Yankees over Minnesota 5-2. Then a doubleheader, Toronto over Baltimore 7-3. And then the second game they won 8-4. Tampa Bay 4, Boston 3. Milwaukee 6, Colorado 4. Washington 6. St. Louis Cardinals 0. Arizona 5, San Diego 0. Chicago White Sox over Seattle 3-2. I believe those White Sox are doing great. In my opinion, they are anyway. Houston 1, Texas 0. In 10 innings, I had Cleveland over Kansas City 6-5. Los Angeles Dodgers over the Detroit Tigers 10-0. And San Fran over Los Angeles Dodgers 7-4. Los Angeles Angels beat the Detroit Tigers. And then I have San Fran over the Dodgers at the end, 7-4. And that is it for your MLB scores. Now we're talking NFL rookie conversations. This is the final here. We are talking about none other than Brian Robinson Jr. drafted in the 3rd round on 98th overall by the Washington Commanders. That's my fucking guy right there. Brian Robinson Jr. He was the victim recently of an attempted carjacking. That's my guy. I always sent out prayers to him when I found out that this was going on. And I just hope that Brian Robinson Jr. has a great professional career, and hoping that this attempted carjacking doesn't do anything to hinder what he can do on the football field. Brian Robinson Jr. was born March 22nd, 1999 in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Wow, hometown dude through and through. Played for the Crimson Tide, where he was a 2-time college football national champion before being selected by the Commanders in the 3rd round of the 2022 NFL Draft. Shortly before his debut, he suffered non-life-threatening gunshot wounds during an attempted carjacking, as I had mentioned before. Robinson Jr. attended Hillcrest High School, where he rushed for 990 yards and 18 tuds as a senior, and was named second team Class 6A All-State. Robinson was rated as a 4-star recruit and committed to play at the University of Alabama. As a freshman, Robinson rushed for 165 yards and 2 touchdowns as a reserve player behind Najee Harris and Josh Jacobs of the Las Vegas Raiders. Najee Harris currently plays for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and he is set to have a great year this year and do even better than what he did last year. And Alabama went on to win the 2018 college football playoff national championship. As a junior, Robinson rushed 96 times for 441 yards, wow, and 5 tuds, while also catching 11 passes for 124 yards. He was also named Most Valuable Player of the 2021 Cotton Bowl Classic after rushing for 204 yards, a school record for a bowl game. So this guy's got it. Let's go over his stats, really. 2021 was the year for him. Other than that, from 2017 to 2020, it was mainly backup duty. 2019, he had 5 rushing touchdowns. That was talk about drinking games on the 96 carries, 441 yards. He literally backed up some of the best running backs ever. And I believe this here was an example of a very talented guy, kind of trying to climb his way up that Alabama depth chart, as a lot of the defenders on Alabama often have to do. And I think that this guy had more, if he had more opportunities, would definitely be a first-round talent. So the year where he kind of broke out was 2021, as I said. In 14 games, he rushed the ball for 271 times, 1,343 yards, 5 tuds, and he also caught 14 balls for 35 yards and 2 touchdowns. Finishing his career at Alabama with 55 games, 545 rushing attempts, 2,704 yards, average 5 on the ground, 29 touchdowns, 52 catches, 446 yards, 8.6 a pop, and 2 touchdowns. And he was drafted in the 3rd round by the Washington Commanders. This marks the end of our final college football player series segments. As the year goes on, we'll have some more based off of what those collegiate players have done. As we already know, week 1 is just barely passed. We're looking forward to week 2. And this is the end of episode 435 of 413 Sports Talk. I am Raheem Escobar, your host. Thank you very much for your continued support of the show. Every little bit is greatly appreciated. Please make sure you check us out on YouTube. And thank you for your continued support of the show again. We love you all. Wishing nothing but health, wealth, and success. And we will see you, tomorrow morning with episode 436 of 413 Sports Talk. Here we are in the lovely downtown Springfield, One Financial Plaza, Court Square. This is the best city in the world, so we're always putting on for our 413. Love y'all. See y'all tomorrow with episode 436.